Welcome to a new tutorial on how we can create an interactive button in your own AI experience. First, we are going to create a new marker. Click on New Marker and upload a JPEG image. Now click on the button element on the right side of the screen. The Creator opens. You have two options for buttons. The first is to upload your own design of a button. The second is to choose a button from the library. We will use a button from the library. In the library, you will find various examples that you can freely use as content for your AR or VR experience. Let's select a button to open a website URL. Click on the button you want to use. You can see the button on the left in the preview screen. Select the Properties tab. You will now see some information about the button, such as the number of stars, whether it is a button that can be used publicly or is part of your own private library, the size of the button, and the size of the file. If the button states that it is international, then you can use the button in any language, and, for example, there is no text on the button of a specific language. Now click on Use Item. The selected button is now visible on the left in the preview window. Now click on Next. We are now going to select the action to be performed when the user clicks the AR button on his screen on his mobile device. We choose the action URL. Now type or paste the URL you want to open in the text box. You can choose to open the URL in the app's own browser or in the default browser of the mobile user. This can be, for example, Google Chrome or Apple Safari. In some cases, it is wiser to use the browser on the mobile device, especially if forms or a lot of JavaScript are used in the website page. Now click on Next. Finally, we want to make the button appear a certain way. You can choose various animation intro effects such as fade in, floating from top, floating from bottom. Choose a nice effect for the button. You can also give an extra effect to the intro animation, such as easy out, which means that the button enters slower at the end. Finally, you can set the duration of the animation. We choose here for a fast animation effect of 1 second. Now click on Save. Your button has been placed on the marker. We can now still scale the button, and you can place it where you want it. Click Save. Finally, we are going to activate the marker. After activation, you can immediately scan the marker with the corresponding VEEWAR app, and you will see the added button appear with the chosen animation. If you want to download the app from the Google Play Store or Apple App Store, then search for VEEWAR or scan the QR code that is displayed in the screen right now in the lower right. In the description, you find also a link to the VEEWAR app in the app stores. If you don't have the marker printed on hand, then click on the Hide button at the top and scan the marker from the screen. When the user clicks the AR button on his screen, the specified URL is opened automatically. Let's add one more button. Now a button that allows the user to call a phone number when they click the AR button on their mobile device screen. Now click again on the Element button on the right side of the screen. The Creator will open, and this time, we will upload our own button. Click on Upload your file and select your own button file. This can be a JPEG or PNG file. When the button file has been uploaded, click on Use File and then on Next. We are going to determine another action for this button. This time we choose Phone. An input field will appear where you can type or paste the phone number. Now click on Next again. This time, we won't set an intro animation for a while, so you can click on Save right away. Also, now we are going to shrink the button and position it on the marker. Click on Save to save all data in the CMS. When the data has been saved, click on the Hide button at the top and you can scan the marker again with the VEEWAR app. If you now click on the new AR button, the phone number you have entered will be called. For example, you can have the help desk or your sales department called directly from a magazine with these interactive AR buttons. Isn't that really great? If you want, you can now also place several other AR elements on your marker. Make sure that you save the changes before you scan the marker again with the VEEWAR app. Please follow us on social media to see more tutorials and examples how you can create AR or VR experiences yourself. Go to our website for a free trial or try directly in our demo environment.